Welcome guys, welcome to our channel. Today our topic is hybridization. We will discuss the types of hybridization in shapes of bond, in shapes of different molecule under this topic. Hybridization is a combination of two words. Hybrid is for mixing, anti is for process. So its definition will be the mixing of an atomic orbital of similar energy in formation of equivalent number of entirely new orbital of identical shape and energy is known as hybridization, and the new orbital so formed is called a hybrid orbital. Points for understanding the hybridization. The number of hybrid orbitals generated is equal to the number of pure atomic orbitals that participating in hybridization process. It means that if there is 3 orbitals participating in hybridization, there will be the formation of 3 new orbitals. Hybridization concept is not applicable to isolated atoms. It is used to explain the bonding scheme in a molecule. Covalent bond is polyatomic molecule are formed by the overlap of hybrid orbital of an hybrid orbital with unhybridized one. Why hybridization is necessary? Look at the structure. The theory assumes that a covalent bond is formed when one atomic orbital of one atom merges with that of another atom. It means that for making bond there will be two atoms. The orbitals are then said to share a common region or space or to overlap. To overlap result in energy release. Therefore, the energy of the system reach a minimum and the most stable. Bond formation means there is the release of energy, so it will be exothermic reaction. Real life hybridization. Is there any hybridization in real life? Or we can see or we can find any hybridization. Or vital example. Look at the zonkey. A zonkey is a hybrid of a donkey and zebra. Types of hybridization. There are many types of hybridization such as sp hybridization, sp2 hybridization, sp3 hybridization, sp3d hybridization, and sp3d2 hybridization. We will discuss it. Relationship between the number of effective pair and their hybrid orbitals. If there is two pair, the hybridization will be sp and the structure will be linear. And if there is 4 pair, the hybridization will be sp3 and the structure will be tetrahedral. And if there is 6 pair, the hybridization will be sp3d2 and the structure will be octahedral. sp hybridization. The combination of one s in one p orbital to make two hybrid orbitals of equal energy is known as sp hybridization. Its example is beryllium hydride molecule. The sp hybrid orbital of Be overlap with the half-filled orbital of two fluorine atoms to give a linear shape. Look at this. The ground state of Be configuration cannot form any bond because there is just 2 electrons in 2s in its fill. Energy promoted in electron from 2s to 2p orbitals thus can form 2 bonds. It means that 1 electron is moving from 2s to 2p. Since both BH bonds are identical, their sp hybridization must have occurred. Look at this. This is sp orbital in empty 2p orbitals. And its structure will be like this. This is the structure. This is the one is atomic orbital of hydrogen. This is the second one atomic orbital of hydrogen, and this is the overlapping region. sp2 hybridization. The combination of one is in 2p orbital to form two hybrid orbital of equal energy is known as sp2 hybridization. Its example is BF3 molecule. B. Ground state electron configuration can form only one bond. Look at this. This is a 2s and it's completely filled. In the 2p is a 1 electron. It means that the 2p is not completely filled. Energy promoting an electron from 2s to an 2p empty orbital thus can form 3 bonds. Look at this. There is one converted to 2p. Since BF3 bonds are identical, their sp2 hybridization must have occurred. Like this. This is the one, this is the second, and this is the third one. This means there will be the formation of 3 bonds. sp2 orbitals. sp2 orbitals. There is just one into p orbital is participating, and is the empty p orbital. Look at the structure. On left side, one s orbital, 2p orbital are hybridizing in making of same energy. Orbitals in the structure will be diagonal. 3 hybrid orbitals are direct toward the 3 corner of the equatorial, so it's planar triangle. BF3 is a trigonal planar shape. In all the BF angle are 120 degree. sp3 hybridization. The combination of 1 is in 3p orbitals to form 4 hybrid orbitals of equal energy is known as sp3 hybridization. Its example is methane molecule. sp3 hybridization in methane molecule. The electronic configuration of carbon is 1 is 2 is 2 in 2p2. Now, it might be expected that carbon would form only 2 bonds with hydrogen atom since it has 2 unpaired electrons. However, it's actually formed 4 carbon-hydrogen bonds in methane. This can be explained by assuming that an electron from the 2s is energetically excited to the empty 2p orbital. This is 2s and this is 2p. Thus, 4 bonds can be formed. 1 bond overlap of 2s orbital of carbon to 1s orbital of hydrogen. 3 bond overlap of 2p orbital of carbon with 1s orbital of the 3 hydrogen atoms. Look at this. This is the 2p. There are 3 unpaired electrons. It means that there may be the formation of 3 bonds. This is the 2s. There is just one empty. It means that the overall formation of 4 bonds will occur. And this is the 1s which is completely filled. Now, look at the hybrid orbitals. There are 4 empty orbitals or half-filled orbitals. There will be the formation of 4 bonds. Look at this. Now look at each bond. The blue one is showing that there are 4 bonds are formed. In the one it says same as usual. So its structure will be like this. 4 hybrid orbitals are directed toward the 4 corners of a regular tetrahedral. So each is a tetrahedral shape and all the hydrogen carbon angles are 109.5. sp3 hybridization. The combination of 1 is 3p in 1d orbital to form 5 hybrid orbitals of equal energy is known as sp3d hybridization. Its example is SF4 and PCl5. A set of 5 effective pair around the spp atoms is available. In general, a set of 5 electron pairs around a given pyramidal arrangement, which in turn requires sp3 hybridization of that atom. Look at this. The sp3d2 octahedral structure. There is in there is 2 electrons. This is the p. In there is 4 electrons. This is the d. In there is no electron. It means that there will be the jump of different electrons. Hybridization process occur. Now look at this. This is the 6 orbital. In there is the 6 electron. You can see that before hybridization there is also 6 electron, but the 2 orbitals are in pair. Now there is no pair. They all are half filled. Now the bonding process will occur. This is the 6th one which is already present, and this is the 6th chlorine which is attached to it sulfur. So it will form SF6. sp3 hybridization. Look at this again. This is the S. This is the P. This is the 4 of sulfur, and this is the empty D. Now bonding process, hybridization process occur. Now it convert into this. You can see that on the left side. This is the filled orbital because there are 2 electrons present. Now bonding occur, and it's converted into this. So 4 fluorine are attached to it because 4 orbital was unfilled. Now 4 bonding occur. So its structure will be like this. There will be a one lone pair. sp3 due to hybridization. The combination of 1 is 3p in 2d orbital to form 6 hybrid orbital of equal energy is known as sp3 due to hybridization. Its examples are sf6 6 bonding pair of xe if 4 bonding pair plus 2 lone pair around the xenon. In GEM are always arranged octahedrally and require sp3 due to hybridization of the atom. Now, intermolecular forces. Intermolecular forces are bonding forces are found within a molecule. Intermolecular or non-bonding forces are attractive forces found between molecules. Intermolecular forces are relatively weak compared to bonding forces and thus require less energy to overcome. They are responsible for physical properties of matter. Look at this. This is the intermolecular forces or interatomic forces bonds. They are not completely bound, but they are attracting toward each other. Types of intermolecular forces. There are 3 types of intermolecular forces: van der Waals forces, ion dipole forces, and hydrogen bonding. Now we will discuss about van der Waals forces. The first one is dipole induced dipole forces. The second one is dipole dipole forces. The third one is ion induced dipole forces. And the fourth one is London depression forces. So when we discuss is dipole dipole forces are attractive forces found between polar molecules, that is, molecules that possess a net dipole moment. Molecules align themselves to maximize attractive interaction while minimize repulsive interaction. Dipole forces are 1% as strong as covalent bond and become weaker, especially in the gas phase where the distance between dipole increases. The positive pole of one polar molecule attracts the negative pole of the another molecule. In simply, you can say that the positive will attract toward negative and the negative will attract toward positive. Like this. Negative attracting toward positive. The second is ion-induced dipole interaction. Are attractive forces that arise between ions in temporary dipole induced in atom or molecule. Look at this, cation in induced dipole. The third one is dipole induced dipole interaction, like this. You can see that in second one, cation is induced to dipole, but there is a dipole induced to dipole. It means that two dipoles are attracting toward each other. And the fourth one is London depression forces. Non-polar molecules in noble gases exhibit temporary dipoles, where it happens that for a very short time period the electrons are not distributing symmetrically around the molecule. The electron cloud is more dense on the one side of the molecule in comparison to another, leading to temporary partially positive and partially negative charges. Look at this. This is the instantaneous dipole. The instantaneous dipole distorts of the electron distribution in neighboring molecule, inducing dipole in this neighboring molecule. Induced dipole, same like that. And the fourth one is London. This is the example. On top, molecule A, molecule B, non-polarization. There is a partially positive and partially negative charge of B, and thus they are reacting like this. Ion dipole forces. Ion dipole are forces which attract an ion and a polar molecule to each other. Strength of interaction depends on the change size of the ion in the magnitude of the dipole moment and size of the molecule. Look at this. There will be weak interaction between this. There will be a strong interaction toward this because magnesium plus 2 is smaller than sodium plus 1. Interaction of a water molecule with sodium ion and magnesium ion molecules. Now, it will be hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding is possible for a molecule that have a hydrogen atom covalently bond with a small, highly electronegative atom with lone electron pair, especially with nitrogen, oxygen, and fluorine. An intermolecular hydrogen bond is attraction between the hydrogen atom of one molecule and a lone pair of the nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine atom of another molecule. Greater the electronegativity, greater the bond polarity will greater the strength of hydrogen bonding. And this is the structure. You can see that the one water molecule is attracting the hydrogen of the next one, the one ammonia is attracting the nitrogen of next one, and the one water in ammonia there is also hydrogen bonding occur. Now comparison between the strength of intermolecular forces. Look at this. Forces model, basis of attraction, energy in kilojoule per mole in its example. Now look at this molecule. We will make sure that which type of hybridization is occurred. This is a sp3 carbon because there are 4 bonding which 1b1s in 3p. This is the sp because there are just 2 bonding, 2 sigma bond and 2 pi bond. This is the sp3 carbon. This is also the sp3 carbon, and this is the sp2 carbon because there is just 3 single and 1 double bond form. Thanks for watching.